Dua Lipa is getting sued for allegedly stealing from other songwriters and songs for her song Levitating, and Kanye West is ruled ineligible for Billboard charts with Donda 2. Let's get into it. What's up, y'all? My name is Nico Santana. I'm the host of the DIY Artist Podcast, where we have independent artists come together to share a little bit about their journeys as independent artists, ups and downs, pitfalls, and of course, overcoming challenges. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and subscribe to that YouTube channel. I'll link it down below. And of course, a huge shout out to my Patreon community that makes it possible, alongside DistroKid.com for sponsoring the channel and allowing me to make content that's relevant for DIY and independent artists as well. In this week's news, Dua Lipa is getting sued for allegedly copyright infringement. For this infringement, essentially saying that the popular Levitating song, which we all know and love, maybe you hate it by now, is essentially a copy of these two songs. Live Your Life, I guess the band's name's Article Sound System, Live Your Life. L. Russell Brown and Sandy Linzer are also alleging that she plagiarized their work on Levitating. And these two songs, Wiggle and Giggle All Night and Don Diablo, and you could kind of listen to the similarities. Now, I did listen to them. I'm not going to play them in this video for the sake of not having anything copyright striked or what have you. But when you listen to them back to back, this song definitely sounds like it. I'm not going to lie. Live Your Life. These two are a little bit of a stretch. I think the rhyming pattern on whether one of the two was very similar, but in terms of sonically, this was probably the closest. Nowadays, music, especially like people like The Weeknd and even Bruno Mars, are bringing the golden age of music back. So essentially recycling a certain type of sound and modernizing it, which is cool. I actually really like it, but you start to tread into the territory of that's been done before, that sounds like this. And so how much of that can actually be done without sounding too much like previously made records? And that's kind of the argument here. Now, it may actually end up costing Dua Lipa, her record label, whoever the songwriters are, millions of dollars. And so this begs the question, as independent artists, if you are, as I have been, influenced by other artists, how much of that is legit, word for word, sound by sound, like copying? And even some of the songs today, right? Some of the commercial music that's being played, it doesn't even have to reflect a 10, 20, 30-year-old song. It could even sound so much like, a song that's even 5 years old. And I think this begs the question of how much of your music can be inspired by and how much of it should be original. There's this verse in the book of the Bible, it's Ecclesiastes, depending on the translation that you utilize: what has been will be again, what has been done will be done again. There's nothing new under the sun. History merely repeats itself. It's all been done before. Nothing under the sun is truly new. Then you have the ESV: what has been is what will be, and what has been done is what will be done, and there's nothing new under the sun. So essentially everything has been done. There's really no new, innovative thing that has been created. It's really just an extrapolation of information that we already have available to us and kind of just synthesizing that information and executing based on that. But everything has been done. We're just synthesizing it and making it kind of repurposed to a certain degree, right? It's recycled, oftentimes even fashion for today. A lot of it is being recycled from the early 90s, right? I think there's a 20-year period whereupon people say that if it's 20 years old, it's safe to go ahead and recycle. If it's 10, it's too soon. But the stuff from 20 years ago is now being pulled back up into modern day fashion. So it's the same thing with music. How much innovation can actually truly be applied to music nowadays for it to be a unique body of work? So a few years back, this Christian rapper by the name of Flame and his team sued Katy Perry for potentially or allegedly plagiarizing their song. I think it was called Joyful Noise, and Katy Perry's song Dark Horse. And so eventually the federal courts actually ruled in favor of Katy Perry. But if you listen to those songs back to back, they're very similar, in nature. And there's you can listen to both Katy Perry's Dark Horse and you can listen to Christian rapper Flame's Joyful Noise, and you'll see that there's very similar patterns melodically. Was that the intention? I don't know. Again, according to the courts, Katy Perry did not plagiarize a song. And again, you guys can take a listen to those songs. I'll link all the songs description below. How far removed do you have to be before it is not considered copyright infringement in terms of song structure, in terms of time signature, in terms of even the scales that we use in today's music? It's all pretty much confined to a certain parameters that you can't really work too much around that. All right, before I continue the video, I wanted to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, DistroKid.com, for always making this channel and the DIY Artist Podcast a place for independent artists, and moreover for making distribution affordable, easy, and feature filled. And what I mean by that is this. Check this out. If you go to distrokid.com/VIP/Nico Santana, you get 7% off an already unbeatable price of $20 a year to be able to upload unlimited amounts of music. That means that your music is not only distributed, but it's distributed 10 to 20 times faster than any other distributor at a fraction of the price. So when you go to distrokid.com, you've created your account, you have your own profile, you've started to distribute your own music. Check this out. You can actually create a landing page for your albums or singles. This is through a function or a feature called Hyperfollow. If you go on the release, I'm showing you guys my latest release. You go to Hyperfollow here on this section. Again, this song has already been released. You visit it, and I've already customized this page, but essentially it's its own website. It's an own landing page. You can add your YouTube video to it. I kept the Spotify link. I kept the Apple Music link. I kept the Amazon Music link. And of course, I tacked on my Instagram handle so people can follow me. So when I run this as an ad, when I share this link on my profile, TikTok, Instagram, so on and so forth, people will see this. They'll gravitate towards selecting the platform of their choice, and then they can go ahead and follow through with consuming or listening to the song in their preferred platform. So go ahead and check out DistroKid, distrokid.com/VIP/Nico Santana for 7% off an already unbeatable price. Make sure to check it out today. Sign up today. And now back to the video. In other news, Kanye West Donda 2, which was released exclusively on the stem player, again, I talked about it a few weeks back, is ruled ineligible for billboards, for Billboard charting. Kanye West, I guess he doesn't really care. He considers that a win. I'm not really sure what the thought process behind that is. So Billboard says, while that revenue far surpasses what an artist can earn from streaming or sales in the same time period, which he earned, I think, over like $2 million in like the first, I don't know, few days. One thing this release strategy will not be earning is placement on Billboard charts. That's because the album is being sold with a device that can be used for other means besides the playing of the album. Okay, so that's their thought process behind that. As such, the STEM Donda package would fall within Billboard's latest merch bundle policy, where albums sold with merchandise are not chart eligible. And that's typically based on sales, right? Again, I'm not sure what the thought process behind that is. If he just really wanted to be outside of the box and not be considered for Billboard charting. I mean, as an independent artist myself, like if I charted on the Billboard charts, like that'd be great. But again, I haven't had that feat, so it might mean something to me, whereas to him, it's like the antithesis of going with the flow, of going with the norm, which appears to be based on his latest documentary, Genius, which you guys, if you haven't watched it, definitely opened a lot of things, or opened my eyes to a lot of things in terms of his personality, his creativity, and why he is the way that he is. It seems like he likes to go against the grain, and because of that, perhaps this is actually considered a win for him. So what do you guys think? Do you think this is an actual win for Kanye West? And is this Billboard's way of shunning artists from moving away from the infrastructure that the music industry has built, therefore not allowing them to be innovative, whether it's through NFTs, NFT-backed projects, or in this case, the stem player, allow new artists to come up with new and innovative ways to distribute their music so that they can earn an actual living, and not just the top 0.01%, but the rest of us to earn an actual living just from our music. Thanks for watching till the end. Make sure to subscribe and follow me on Instagram. Much love to DistroKid for sponsoring this video. Again, hasta la próxima.